This is your source for local news in the Heartland. This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. It's time for our entertainment segment, which means it's movie time with Scott Kellum. How are you?
I'm great. Yourself? It's Friday, so you can't go wrong.
And you look really comfortable.
This furniture, you can come and buy it at Kelly's, but I think I'm walking home with this tonight.
Really?
No, literally, I'm walking home with this tonight. I don't have a car here.
You're going to put it on your back and just go down
I'm just going to start hiking. If you go down 63, and you're going to see me dragging two pieces of furniture.
All right. Well, this morning we're talking about Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter.
You think you're going to say the most ridiculous things every day. You're like, I don't think I'll ever say that again. But then you have to say Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, which, I went into it thinking this is going to be a terrible movie. I mean, you just have to with a title like that.
Yeah.
You don't expect good things to come from that. And actually, I was surprised. If you can get past the fact that you're watching a movie with Abraham Lincoln supposedly being the main character, it's a good movie.
Is it a comedy?
No, it's not. The thing is, they take it seriously, and not like there was vampires at one point, but they try to pass this movie off as Abraham Lincoln, prior to his presidency, was a vampire hunter. Yeah, so it's different, and that's the thing I loved about this movie. It was very different, something we haven't seen before. I mean, nowadays it's either a sequel, a remake, or a book to movie. You don't see any original ideas like you did in the 80s anymore. We've kind of tapped ourselves out of creativity, so to see this was kind of a relief, actually, if you're tired of those kind of repetitive movies. For once, we had a vampire movie that didn't have a love story between
a
werewolf and a vampire.
So is this like a dark movie? Like I haven't seen any previews for it, so I don't really know what to expect.
This falls along the lines of your, it's not Once Bitten with Jim Carrey. It's not your 80s vampire movie. This does have a serious plot line to it as far as vampire hunting goes.
I love how you're saying this with a straight face.
It's really hard to hold back the giggles, but I did giggle quite often in the movie because it does get a little outrageous at points. You're going to have that when you're incorporating Abraham Lincoln and vampire hunting. But the fight scenes really reminiscent of Immortals. The slow action, and honestly, I was kind of blown away by the fight scenes. They were pretty good, easy to follow, which is really hard to do. Really hard to do nowadays. It's the Transformers movie had a lot of problems, following fight scenes, and this one did a really good job. Acting was great. I suggest this movie to anybody that's looking for a change.
Okay. Yeah. And who would like this movie, really quickly?
You're a younger audience.
Okay.
Those who are like historically correct movies. You read the title. It's not going to be.
All right. And out of 5 stars?
I'm going to give it 3.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for that.
Not a problem.
And we'll be right back.